She was once a top agent, cold, precise, and untouchable, until one mission ended with a flash of light, and she woke up in another body, a time she didn't belong to, a world without bullets, but full of debts, daughters, and the kind of heartbreak money can't repay. This is the story of Julie Clara, or rather, the woman who inherited her sins. The world's top shooter dies mid-mission and wakes up in a different body. Not in a city, not in a mansion, but in a filthy old house filled with starving daughters and a mother infamous for gambling away her family's future. Her first words aren't, "Where am I?" but "What have you done?" When she realizes she's become the villainess herself, the same woman who sold her children to pay off debts. And those daughters? They hate her. They call her a monster. Which, to be fair, she kind of is. But this time, she's not here to destroy the family. She's here to rewrite its history. The first battle isn't against assassins or mercenaries, it's against her own frail body. With only her old combat instincts and a mysterious energy ring that regenerates her strength once a day, she sets out to rebuild the life Julie Clara wrecked. But in this house, love is a memory, and trust is extinct. Her daughters can barely look at her without trembling. Even her eldest, Betty, has learned to survive by hardening her heart. Still, she cooks for them, eats last, and, when debt collectors storm in, she fights like hell. It starts like every bad story in a poor village. Men come to collect money, but they don't want coins. They want daughters. What they don't know is that the woman they're threatening isn't the same weak gambler they used to push around. She gives them a choice: leave quietly or be carried out. One man calls her ugly. That's his last mistake. In a single move, she flips the table, breaks his pride, and sends the rest fleeing for mercy. Her daughters stare in shock. The monster who once sold them just saved them. For the first time, they hesitate to call her evil. Strength alone doesn't fill stomachs, and debts don't disappear with hope. So she drags her timid son-in-law, Dave, into the mountains to hunt a tiger. Yes, a tiger. He thinks she's insane. She thinks he's adorable. What follows is both hilarious and terrifying. She sets traps with ropes, taunts a beast twice her size, and takes it down in one brutal strike. By dusk, the village trembles. Julie Clara, the gambler, killed a tiger with her bare hands. And by dawn, she sells it to repay every debt the old Julie ever created. Her name, once cursed, now drifts through the markets with awe. And her daughters? They start to hope. But redemption isn't one big act. It's the quiet ones that matter. She lets Dave sit at the table for the first time in years. She teaches the girls to sew, to cook, to laugh again. They start to notice small things, like her patience, her strength, and how she calls them my girls instead of my burdens. She even begins teaching Dave to fight so he can protect Betty and himself. Slowly, the cruelty in their home dissolves into something fragile but real: peace. Still, the past doesn't stay buried. The villagers gossip. A corrupt chief plots revenge. But this time, the evil woman won't be played. When the local chief tries to frame her family and steal her daughters, she faces him not with rage, but precision. She exposes his lies in front of everyone, turns his allies against him, and leaves his reputation in ruins. For a woman who once gambled with life itself, this victory isn't about pride, it's about freedom. She pays every debt, clears her daughters' names, and builds a life without shame. In one generation, a sinner became a savior, and no one saw it coming. In her previous life, she took lives to protect nations. In this one, she saved souls to rebuild a home. Sometimes fate doesn't send you back to relive your glory. It sends you back to fix what someone else broke. This commentary is created for the purpose of providing analysis, critique, and educational insight. Please support the original creators by watching the full movie.